yeah. What? What is good, everybody? It's your boy Randy Anderson here with another episode of the Average Guy Podcast on the Average Guy Studios. And today, like usual, we talking sports. We're talking sports, world of entertainment, sometimes politics, and yes, it's episode 80. yeah. The title is what the title is, man. So, I mean, we will be talking about Mr. West in a little bit, world of entertainment news. But first and foremost, let me make sure I get in contact with all my people real quick. So, let's do it, man. Boom. So, man, how's everybody been? Shout out to the Mixer family. You know what I'm saying, I'm guessing it was technical difficulties last week. But I guess they got those all fixed up. So, yeah. So, the Mixer family is back in effect. Shout out to the Mixer family. Shout out to the YouTube viewership. Shout out to the Facebook viewers. If you guys are viewing on Facebook, make sure you guys hit a like, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Rate, review the page, the podcast, and stuff like that. So yeah, like I said, I am waiting on some people. And it could be possibly another quick solo show. So if that's the case, I will let y'all know ahead of time. But hold on, let me just make sure some stuff is right real quick. Real quick. What is that? No. All right. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So a little breakdown real quick. We'll be talking about. We'll be hitting on some of the stuff that happened in the NFL of late. Do you think Dez Bryant could come back to the Dallas Cowboys? Do you think they would re-sign him back? You know what I'm saying? That was one of the questions I had for my co-host. And also, hold on. And also, Jerry Jones, Mr. Jones, whatever his name is. My bad. Mr. Jones said that the new Rams remind him of the Cowboys from back in the day. Is he losing his mind? I don't know. I mean, I believe so, but that's just my thought process. And if you guys cannot contact me on Facebook, please let me know. All right, so yeah, I'll give everybody a couple more minutes, and then I'm gonna start. So, man, how was everybody's day? Mine, I'm tired of shit. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Hold on. Yeah, I didn't get to sleep till late last night. Oh yeah. My other Mixer channel. Make sure you guys follow. I think it's Ace Junior 20 Ace underscore Junior underscore 2010. That's where you'll be able to find me playing games and stuff like that for all my streaming content. So, well, besides my podcast and everything else, all my streaming content you'll be able to find on there. So, yeah, make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe to that one. The links will be in the description. Possibly it'll be in the description. But, yeah, stayed up late, super late last night. And, yeah, I mean, I didn't do anything else. Hold on. I still ain't got no call. All right. So hold on. Let me go to my list and make sure this is working real quick. Let me mute y'all. Let me mute myself real quick. All right. Yep. Yo. Like I said, like it was last week. It might be that this week. You know what I'm saying? So might be a quick show. I'm gonna just let y'all know ahead of time. All right. So about the Dez Bryant thing, I believe that they won't resign Dez Bryant, even though they quote unquote their receiving core. I'm talking about the Dallas Cowboys for the NFL. The Dallas Cowboys, the receiving core is good, but I'm not gonna say they have a number one receiver. Not by no means. I know they They picked up Alan Hearns from Chicago. No, was he from Chicago or Jacksonville? I want to say Jacksonville. They picked him up from Jacksonville. No, Chicago. If I'm wrong, please let me know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they picked him up from Jacksonville. And I guess he was supposed to be the replacement for. He was supposed to be the replacement for Dez Bryant. I mean, Dez Bryant was a number one receiver. He did go down a little bit over his years after the injury, the foot injury, the 2 foot injuries, the toe injury, and I think the ankle injury. But yeah, I mean, I really can't say that the receiving core is any good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna say it's terrible because they do still have good key pieces like that Michael Beasley guy. He was good last year. He's good this year too. Well, I guess he's still good. I'm saying he has a couple injuries, but Alan Hearns hasn't really showed up. Their rookie, well, I think he's a second year. They're one of their wide receivers. Their second year wide receivers. He hasn't shown, you know what I'm saying, to be what they thought he was going to be. I think he was a first round or second round draft pick. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna stay with Dallas because Tony Romo said that he feels like that he could be he feels as healthy as he's ever felt, and he could come back to the NFL and play. And the question came from a Dallas Cowboy fan, I'm guessing, and they was like, "Yo, he could come back for the Cowboys," and that's highly disrespectful, dog. I got bags under my eyes, but that's highly disrespectful, my guy. Like for real, for real. Like Dak Prescott is doing what Dak Prescott needs to do. You know what I'm saying? He's doing a damn good job. But like, how y'all just gonna toss that out there after they lost a couple games or whatever? I mean, they won this week's game. I'm pretty sure. I checked right. I think so because Ezekiel Elliott had 30 points for me in my fantasy league. You know what I'm saying? 3 in a row. Yeah. He's good. Dak's still doing good. I mean, hey man. All I'm saying is, I don't understand why everybody is coming for my guys like that. Why is that up there? That's gonna irritate me. But yeah. So Tony Romo, he's not coming back. So if you're a Dallas fan, you know what I'm saying, that's finito, my guy. That's finito. All right, and now the big news in the NFL with Le'Veon Bell still. So Le'Veon Bell is, I don't know what's going on, but allegedly he's supposed to be coming back week 7. So he'll be back week 7 of the NFL season. But I guess there's trade talks, and the top teams that are actually eyeing for Le'Veon Bell are the Philadelphia Eagles are eyeing, which they already have Jay Ajayi. I don't know how that would work, but Le'Veon Bell with that offensive line, they could possibly trade Jay Ajayi to Pittsburgh, because Pittsburgh wants at least a second round pick and a player. So I mean that definitely could work for the Philadelphia Eagles. Seattle Seahawks offensive line is not good at all anymore. I mean it's cool, but it's not like what it used to be when Marshawn Lynch was there. If that makes sense to y'all. So I mean, yeah. And then one of the key things I want to talk about also is one of the player that was going to get traded, or that was in talks of being traded, was Earl Thomas. Before this whole injury happened, I'm gonna touch on that too. But yeah, I mean, Earl Thomas was literally a key piece that could have went for Le'Veon. So it would have been a second round pick and then Earl Thomas to the Steelers for Le'Veon Bell. I'm not gonna say it would have been good, but it would have been different. It would have been different. Hold on, somebody just said something real quick on Mixer. Is lagging? Well, if it's lagging, please let me know. You know what I'm saying? Hit like the 1s and 2s and stuff like that. But yeah, it could have been. I mean, it could be good, but it's like Seattle's in a rebuild. You know what I'm saying right now. So since Seattle's in a rebuild, I'm over here like Le'Veon finna get toe up, and I don't think he gonna get that contract. But hey man, Le'Veon dude, you know what I'm saying, continue to sit out as long as you need, bro. You know what I'm saying? That money, these because this is the business, bro. They not trying to pay you. And now that I'm talking about Earl Thomas was injured over this week's this last Sunday's game, and like after the injury, people were calling him stupid for playing and all this other stuff. But when he was sitting out, people was complaining like, "Oh, you should be playing. Why aren't you playing?" Da 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 da. But now that he injured, you trying to go at his neck? Like, my dude, literally, he put his career, he put this because he could get he could have got a big ass paycheck, a nice ass paycheck, one of the best safeties in the NFL, still playing you know what I'm saying, still playing right now, one of the best safeties in the NFL. He put all that on the line for the team, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to say this, like, these niggas don't love y'all, bro. This is strictly a business. So that's why Le'Veon Bell's doing what he's doing, and I'm behind Le'Veon the whole way. As long as you got to hold out, bro, get your money. Because these motherfuckers don't love you, man. Not at all. And if that hurts somebody's heart and feelings, you see the tag up there. It's right there. Parental. It's, yeah, nigga. I can't see what I'm looking at. It's the parental tag, nigga. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying, I will say my stuff, you know what I'm saying, and it will get bad sometimes. So, yeah, man, these people don't love you, dog. Like, for real, they don't love y'all. So, I need y'all to do what y'all have to do, man. Do what y'all have to do. If you got to sit out, let people talk. Let these people talk, bro. You know what I'm saying? They not putting money in your, well, technically they are putting money in your pockets, but technically they're not, because you still got fans and you still got people that love you. You know what I'm saying? And shit, people will still endorse you as long as you good. So, I mean, you got to think of that. So, I mean, Earl Thomas got injured. People started to come at him. And I didn't hear anybody for real, coming after him like some of the players in the NFL. Some of the players in the NFL that played with him and actually admire him, like Tyrann Matthews, you know what I'm saying? A dope-ass safety, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Honey Badger. But yeah, Tyrann Matthew, Richard Sherman, and a few of his other team, his old team members and stuff like that was like, yo, one of the best safeties. We love you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you need, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Like, and other players was low key kind of shitting on him, and I'm talking about ex players. You know what I'm saying? And then they were like, oh, it's unsportsmanlike for him to be flipping off fans. After a fan talk shit, after I fuck around, I'm putting my livelihood on the line right now. My livelihood, my career, my paychecks, everything else, because I want to do this for my fans and my team. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my team to be trash, because literally that's his defense. You know what I'm saying? He's the last one of the Legion of Boom. That's his defense, my guy. And y'all shitting on my dude like that. It's like, damn. I'm here for y'all. Oh shit. I'm here for y'all. And y'all shitting on me like this? That's fucking crazy. Yeah. Hold on real quick. But yeah, man, that's fucking wild. It's just like the loyalty, dog. The loyalty ain't shit these days, man. Loyalty is not shit. I'm over here like, what? All right, man. If niggas loyal like that, you know what I'm saying, and y'all ex-players, and y'all know how the NFL is. You guys know how the NFL is. And y'all coming at this man. You know what I'm saying? Let me get off of it. You know what I'm saying? Let me get off. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll be on here for a hot minute real quick. You know what I'm saying? Boy, because I'm telling you, a nigga pay eyes. You know what I'm saying? For my guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm pissed for my dude. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't even know Earl Thomas at all. Earl Thomas III, you know what I'm saying? At all. But great person. It seems like, you know what I'm saying, one of the best safeties in the game. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's good? What's good?
What's up, man?
What's good, Corey? My bad. I was just on a rant. I was just on a rant about this Earl Thomas situation, him being injured and shit.
To Earl Thomas. Yeah, man, that's an unfortunate situation. But it's exactly why, hey, what's up, y'all? What's happening, world? But yeah, man, that's exactly why players hold out all the time. Exactly why they hold out for the money. You know, NFL's a tough sport. You know, they done sissified it down in a way, but it's still a hard contact sport. Those guys put their bodies on the line every week, and you know this is what they this is what they do it for. This is what they do it for. All those years, all those hours that they put in through their lifetime from the time they were probably in little league football, taking them big hits, rattling their brain around, and so this is exactly what you hold out for. So, hey, man, I felt that when he was getting carted off the field, and he gave him the middle finger. Because who knows what was going on in that locker room? I mean, you saw how a lot of the guys in the Steelers locker room were reacting to Le'Veon Bell holding out, saying that you're selfish and he's not the team player or stuff like that. The cliche stuff they talking about, but you got to get your money and you got to get what you're worth, especially in this NFL because you never know when. And look, Earl Thomas came back. Earl Thomas came back early, did his thing, and look, this is exactly what he was holding out for. Exactly what he did to show up to practice for. Didn't want to injure himself. Had that big game against Dallas following that whole little situation, but they were still apart as far as agreeing to terms on a new contract extension. And so on Sunday, exactly why the holdout is necessary. Got to get your money because now it's now the ship. That's probably it for Earl Thomas. He's gonna have to find a new team. I highly doubt that. I believe that was the second time, or did he break his other leg before?
I don't think so.
Yeah. The second big injury there, and he's over 30 years old. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty tough trying to find that big contract now. That may have been his last performance, his last time in a Seattle uniform. So and his last chance to get something that lucrative. So that's a terrible situation.
Yeah, and like I was telling them earlier, like I was telling them not too long ago, that Le'Veon Bell was one of the Seattle was one of the places that Le'Veon Bell could have went. And Earl Thomas was one of the key pieces into getting Le'Veon Bell into Seattle.
Yeah.
So it was going to be they wanted a second round pick, and then Earl Thomas, you know what I'm saying, and they would give up Le'Veon. So now that this has happened, I don't know what's going to go. I don't know what's going to happen. But Le'Veon Bell is supposed to be coming back in week 7. I don't know if you know that. I told them that earlier. But yeah, all right. So let's go ahead and move on to the next thing. Ryan Fitzpatrick, since I guess the last week happened or whatever, Ryan Fitzpatrick didn't do too good. You know what I'm saying? It was no Fitz magic. So now Jameis Winston is back in the starting lineup. It's crazy how they love you for 4 weeks, and then as soon as you fuck up, it's raps for you. So go ahead, give me your opinions on that.
Man. Oh no, we saw this, man. That was that early overreaction, everybody. I think hey, check the thing. I think somebody was trying to call. I think somebody was trying to call in trying to tag in. You might want to check that, Randy. But yeah, man, they do this every year, man. I was telling people before, man, you can't get overhyped on Ryan Fitzpatrick, man. How many times have we seen this whole little thing play out with Ryan Fitzpatrick? He always starts the year out fast. He did it with Buffalo. I believe. There was a time with the Jets when he was doing that. It's been a couple times where we've done this. Ryan Fitzpatrick comes out gunning at the start of the season because that's when teams are, teams have a set amount of plays. They have a lot of stuff that they work on, but toward the end of the year is when you start seeing a lot of the best stuff get unloaded because you got to be able to bring something new, each week, and there's a lot of teams that are taking out film on you, so you always got to be able to change it up as the weeks go on. And so, during the first few weeks, you have teams testing a lot of stuff, seeing where they fit at, and seeing where they fit, and how they're gonna be able to gel through the season. And so that gets taken advantage of, whereas come December, that's where you're seeing them knock out, drag out games, those 9-6 games, especially with cold weather and everything. So, that separates the weak from the strong teams. So yeah, man, we get the same thing every year from Ryan Fitzpatrick, and Buccaneers players, they fell into it too. But I guess you roll with the player until they fizzle out. But as soon as it was time, they had a close one against Pittsburgh, last week. But threw for like 400 yards, threw 3 touchdowns. But he had 3 interceptions to go along with it. I mean, you just saw it implode this week. Against the Chicago Bears. Mitchell Trubisky exploded. Yeah, he exploded this week. And Buccaneers, and then Buccaneers on top of that, Fitzpatrick couldn't come nowhere close to keeping up. Buccaneers have one of the worst defenses in the league. You know what I'm saying? They just got carved completely up. And yeah, you saw what happened. And then they put Winston, but then they put Jameis Winston in, and he throws 2 interceptions. One of them was a terrible pass, but that could have been rust. So his first start of the year. So he's the obvious choice to start going forward. He's the obvious choice going forward. He's the future of the team. He was number 1 in the depth chart for a reason. So yeah, so Winston, I knew this would be coming very short. I knew this wasn't going to be sustainable. Buccaneers were never in any contention. Like I said, everybody gets overhyped within the first 2 weeks.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I guess the magic fizzled out, man, and ironically, it fizzled out the 1st of October. So
yeah.
no more magic for them.
Yeah.
I mean, Jameis Winston. I'm still on the. He's what? This is his 3rd year. This is his 3rd year, and I'm still on the fence about if he'll be any good because the person he got drafted with, what is his name? Marcus Mariota, who went ahead of him. Marcus Mariota, he's still injured. Like from what I've seen, he's still injured a little bit, but he's still serviceable and really good. Jameis Winston, I don't know if he'll be. I don't know if he's. What's the word I'm looking for? If his mental state is there right now. You know what I'm saying? Because after all his little incidents, he has a good arm. He can run the ball, but I just don't know, man. I really don't know. Really don't know. All right, real quick. Go ahead.
Jameis is what he is. I don't, he's a good player. They can have it with a good defense. I think they could, make a push toward the playoffs with a quarterback with them like him. You got to, keep the turnovers down. But I don't think he'll ever be, like an elite talent or, not even really. Top 10 to say, but he can put on big games. He can give you big games, and Buccaneers can get a defense going. In there sometime within the future. I mean, they can make a playoff push. That's about it at the most. Jameis has the ceiling. So yeah. Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and move over to the NBA. Let's talk about what are your first thoughts of the start of the season, well, the preseason. The season, the start of the season. What are your thoughts?
Well, yeah, it's preseason. I have preseason. Yeah, seasons probably be around like October 17th October 15th, 17th, somewhere around there. They pushed it. They moved it up for when the season starts. So to give the players more time in between season, more rest days. It's a little bit more time, but yeah, they'll get more rest days throughout the season instead of all those back-to-back nights or one night off. A lot of times they might have might have two or three nights off. So I watched. I haven't seen a lot. The Celtics. They getting everything together. I saw some of the Celtics, the Warriors. My focus was on my LA Lakers, man, and LeBron. They're gonna be a dynamic offense. What we got to see though was what they're gonna be able to do on defense. Are they gonna be able to stop anybody? And no, it's preseason, so they're not gonna be too hard out there. Go too hard, they're gonna go go at a little bit of slower pace. They're not gonna, like I said, they're not gonna bang too hard in the preseason. But they gave a lot of points up to the Nuggets, which is gonna be Nuggets are gonna be another obstacle in the Western Conference. But Lakers been having defensive trouble over the past few years. So just adding some of the guys. Lance Stevenson's a little older now. A whole another year for him. He's one of the veterans. Rajon Rondo. They can make big plays, especially they'll be able to lock down come playoff time. They'll be able to lock down on their defenders. When they're able to focus on that one defender through a 7-game series. So that's when they'll come in more effect. But I believe we'll see some losses early in the season. It'll take some time for them to gel. Be able to get it all together. But should be interesting. I saw LeBron. He made some good passes. Saw him made that that quick kind of wrap around no look pass to Brandon Ingram, for the dunk and everything. And Lakers have a lot of weapons, so we'll see what happens with them. But it's early. It's early. I saw a little bit of Julius Randle in New Orleans.
I didn't see any. How they look?
He's all right, looking all right. He's gonna do what he does. Him and Anthony Davis, but players just testing the waters right now. Like I said, it's preseason. We'll see how it looks. But one thing, Lakers gonna have to from the Lakers. I looked at because they're the number one. They're the number one story.
Right. Yeah. Because of
they're the number one story in the league. They got the history behind them. LeBron's there, the number one player in the league. So they're definitely gonna be under the microscope all the time. But that's one of the main things. They gotta have that defense together. They in the West now, especially from LeBron. They in the West. So. Game time.
Yeah, the main thing that caught my eye in the NBA at this point was Kawhi Leonard and the Toronto Raptors and seeing how they were playing.
I saw that too. Yeah.
And they look good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kyle Lowry and him look like they're linking up 1-2, and the rest of the team, OG, Anunoby, and everybody. They look good. I've heard about the Nuggets. I haven't seen any games. Chicago's been looking good. From all of the pieces that we have now.
DeRozan's gonna be, like I said, for San Antonio. DeRozan's gonna be a perfect fit in San Antonio. I saw that. I saw some of that too. Because they were able to win without a star. Without that top scorer last year, now you add a scorer like DeMar DeRozan, and Popovich knows how to bring the best out of his guys. So
right.
you'll be able to see even more out of DeMar DeRozan. They're gonna be able to do something with him, and so Spurs are right there in it, right there, in the hunt. We'll see what happens. I mean, you got two good, got the cast that you have behind them, and then you got two big stars like DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge leading the charge.
Right.
Can't count them out. Can't count them out either. And DeRozan was looking great in this preseason game. So yeah, man. But we'll really all see what happens, here in a couple weeks. We'll kind of monitor everything, within the preseason, see how everybody's playing, some of the rookies and everything. But yeah, those are just a couple of the things we've seen. Got any? I don't know. That's all I really saw. Okay. I didn't see any more. Kawhi looked, Kawhi looked cool too. He was going at slow speed during this game. Who were they playing? I believe it was
was it Miami?
The Trailblazers.
Yeah.
A team that could have used a player like Kawhi because they're looking real thin right now. They got a lot of shooting, but as far as that starting lineup, I don't see anything outside of Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum.
Yeah.
They're real weak in that front court. So.
All right, so and still in the NBA, I want to talk about the party in Cleveland. The party in Cleveland, the reason why I say that is because everybody looks like they're having a good-ass time now that LeBron is gone. So I want to get your thoughts while I try to bring in Ryan real quick.
Hey, hold on. I'm about to drop out and click back in real quick.
All right. So okay, so yeah, I mean, like I was saying, everybody's look like they're having a great time in Cleveland right now. J.R. Smith was on IG, taking videos with everybody. And everybody just seemed like they was having a good ass time. So I mean, I don't know. Okay, all right. Yeah. Hold on, y'all. I am in the reason why y'all seeing this. Make sure you guys follow all the pages. The Facebook page, the Average Guy Podcast, Grit Sports Media on Facebook, the Average Guy Podcast on Facebook and Instagram, and also follow the Average Guy Podcast on any platform that you get your podcast. You'll get those the next day. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, make sure you guys do that. But yeah, I mean, it's just what is his name? J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith, like he's gonna have a good time. Okay, all right. Well, I gotta do some things, guys. Yeah, J.R. Smith's gotta do some. J.R. Smith is going to look. He says that he's gonna be better this year. He's gonna be more focused. I'm pretty sure now that LeBron's gone, he doesn't have any pressure on him. So, with me saying that, Tristan Thompson also has had some words that he wanted to tell everybody else in the NBA. That they're 4-time champions or that they're champions and they still have to go through them, which I think is some fucking bullshit. But that's neither here nor there.
That's what.
Yeah, I'm finna call him right now. You said what?
You see that?
Yeah, I'm trying to put him in now because right now I have the what's the name screen up.
Yeah, I think it might just connection because I think it might be. Connection or something. My videos, the link for mine isn't coming in either, and the video's kind of choppy. So, yeah, I can't see myself, but yeah, shit, man, they gonna get steamrolled. They gonna get steamrolled. You saw a little video, man. They looking free around here. J.R. Smith made a little joke, like, man, kind of implying that, hey, big dog ain't around, the sheriff ain't around, so they looking a little loose out there, but nah, man, they gonna get steamrolled, man. Cleveland's not much without LeBron, and they still got, some of the guys still got pieces, like they got Sexton, see how he does, Kevin Love, but the only saving grace is they're in the East. In the Eastern Conference, but Eastern Conference is getting more packed. A lot of good teams rising up. You said you got those top 3 teams: Boston, of course, Toronto. What's happening, fam?
We got the boy Ryan in here. What's good, Ryan?
Man, what's poppin'? Man, dealing with this life shit.
Yeah. They got shit, like I said, Boston, Toronto, Philly. We'll see what the Washington Wizards do. They're always up and down. The Miami Heat is strong. The Indiana Pacers, they still got their team intact. Victor Oladipo. So that's six of them. That's about six right there. Six good teams, in the Eastern Conference. Who else? The Hornets. Hornets could, get things rolling, even though they're dealing with a salary cap issue. But they still got Kemba Walker down there, and he's wanting to be a part of the team long term. Detroit Pistons, if they can, get their team together, they got pieces. They got that big front court with Blake Griffin and Andre Drummond. Got Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson in the backcourt. Not the best in the league, but he's pretty good. Especially for a point guard. Give you about 9 assists a game. So no, there's a lot of talent, especially a lot of talent raising up in the Eastern Conference. Yeah, man, we'll see what happens, man. But they got some competition. They got some competition to deal with. I don't see them going to the playoffs. Really, they gonna get. Yeah, they're talking about it goes through them, man. They about to go right through that. They about to run right. Oh yeah, it's about to be a whole bunch of teams running right through that wall, man. Hopefully, man, Hopefully we able to, get a good laugh out the Cleveland Cavaliers, though. Have some antics from JR. Do some fadeaway 3-pointers this year. They said the sheriff ain't around. Tyronn Lue has control of his team. We'll see if he's able to really coach. But the coach is gone. Lit coach is.
All right, Ryan.
He's in there.
We're talking about the Cavaliers. It looks like they're having fun right now. Now that LeBron's gone.
Nah, I ain't got nothing.
All right. So one more thing in the NBA, real quick, before we move over to World of Entertainment. J.R. Smith he was told by the NBA every time he walked on the court he would be fined because he tatted Supreme on the back of his leg. Which is one of the dumbest things I could do, bro. You're not getting paid by Supreme, so why are you? You know what I'm saying? Why are you tagging yourself? You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. But what are you guys' thoughts on that?
Oof. That's a tough one. That's a tough one because I know they're a business and they've gotten on players because of other apparel that when they wear other apparel, but I don't know. They not. NBA really doesn't have that type of jurisdiction because I don't know. Like you got other what is it exclusive? I don't understand. I got to look more into that story. I saw some of it. Yeah, I know what Supreme is, and yeah, it's weird because it's like, are there just a certain few of apparels that the NBA can really sponsor or show that really show? Yeah. It's like, is it only through Nike, Adidas, Reebok? Because you got other players, Under Armour, what Steph Curry wears. Like, are they not allowing players to wear a Supreme shoe? You got a certain player has to wear a certain shoe. Like, I just don't understand how that works and how you can tell a player what the tattoo on his body. A lot of players have I'm pretty sure they have a lot of crazy stuff and symbols on their body, but nobody's. I don't know. It's all a business, but I think that's taking it too far because it's on his body, and I know it's a stupid ass tattoo, but a lot of people get dumb ass tattoos nowadays that don't have any meaning or any semblance behind it, any reasoning. It's just I rock Supreme. They gonna get some Gucci. Motherfuckers get some Gucci tattoos and shit like that. Ain't got shit to do with Gucci. So,
What tattoo he got?
A Supreme.
He's got a big ass Supreme tattoo on his calf.
on his calf, and it's going vertical. Yeah, it says Supreme. It's going vertical.
Man, these niggas is retarded.
On the back of his leg. Yeah, it's
Hey,
retarded.
I got one though. My steppouse got the dopest tattoo ever. Like that nigga Hoop, right? This nigga got a motherfucking. He got a fucking a penis, nigga. A penis. Yeah, he got a penis with a basketball jersey, and I forget what the fuck that what the fuck that shit say. But I guess he thought the shit was cool. I guess he thought the shit was cool.
Man.
Hey, bro, we fell out so many times over that tattoo, nigga. I don't give a fuck what justification that nigga had. Nigga, that shit was fucking gay, bro. And I let that nigga know that shit every fucking time I saw his ass.
Yeah.
It was a penis with a basketball jersey, and it said something about I got game or something. I don't know. I guess that nigga had bitches and thought he was a baller, but I don't give a fuck how cool you think some shit is, nigga. Some shit just gay.
Nah, man. Yeah, that's taking
Alright.
it too far, man. People go too far with these tattoos, man.
Way too far.
That's crazy.
I used to work with this white bitch. She was a gay chick, and this bitch loved Kevin Gates, nigga. She got this nigga face tatted on her.
Nah,
I
yeah.
was like, this bitch ain't never met this nigga. They ain't never exchanged words, bro. She just went and got this nigga face on her.
Now that's what we call
These
a
motherfuckers is weirdos.
For the rest of their life.
right.
Man.
So let's move over to world of entertainment, news, and sometimes politics. All right, man. Let's talk about Cat Williams first. Cat Williams came at Kanye because Kanye West went at Nick Cannon, and he was like, "Hey, come at." I wish I had the audio, but he was like, "Come at me if you coming at somebody." He's like, "You dropped out of college. I didn't even graduate high school." So, yeah, what's you guys' thoughts on that, man? I'll let Ryan go first.
What do you say?
He went at Kanye West for coming at Chris Brown for coming at hold on, I'm trying to pull up the video now. But he went at Kanye West for going at Nick Cannon, pretty much. Hold on, I'm gonna find the video. But Corey, go ahead. I'll let you go while I try to find the video.
You said who did? Who went at Kanye West?
Cat Williams.
Oh, Cat Williams. Oh man, it's these two. Just the names that outside of Nick Cannon, just the two names that you mentioned. They keeping their names hot right now. I'll just say that much. That's all I really got to say. Can't elaborate, man. Cat's been all over the damn place talking about Tiffany Haddish and
That nigga.
Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart now he's moving on.
He talked all that shit about. He talked
Yeah,
all
man.
that shit about people hating and shit, man. This nigga look like the biggest fucking hater out there right now, man. Why would you be hating on another motherfucker and what they doing? Like, he basically pulled a Monique. It just wasn't about money and shit. He just went in to saying that he where he at and he had to do all this and that shit, and other motherfuckers just walked in and taken off and shit, like, and they ain't really earned it and shit. I'm like, dude, it don't fucking matter what you been through. Like, you do some shit, you blow the fuck up. Like, you ain't, if you ain't gonna give a motherfucker they props, just stay in your lane, man. Keep it to yourself, like, cause everything else sound like hating. Like, you mad cause a motherfucker didn't have to go on a 100-city tour and shit like that to blow the fuck up. So fucking what? It's niggas in the rap game right now. They're putting out album after album, mixtape after mixtape for years, and just now, you know what I'm saying, like popping and shit. And this motherfuckers that nigga just the first time you ever see or hear about them was a feature on somebody's shit, and they take off from there. So what you trying to say? Like, don't nobody need your validity to, don't nobody need your validity to pop. You know what I'm saying? That nigga just sound like a hater.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Hold on. Hold on, real quick.
Okay.
Can y'all hear it?
It's kind of it's saying that Standing out.
Oh, standing out. All right, so pretty much he was letting Kanye know he's like don't come from Nick Cannon, come from me. He's like I'm always here with the smoke. You know what I'm saying? So I guess Cat Williams is always with the smoke. He ain't playing with y'all. He tired of everybody. He comes for everybody's throats.
Man,
that nigga got beat up by a little nigga, man. Ain't nobody worried about that. Nigga got choked out by a kid.
Get your money. If you getting your money like that, it's not, you're not gonna be out in public. You don't gotta you ain't gotta hate on nobody, man. A lot of people, man, there's a lot of cats getting their money behind the scenes and they doing just well, man. So it's obviously something going on with Cat. He's feeling a lot of bitterness, man. He's got a bitterness. Like I said, a lot of stuff don't even need to be spoke on. If he was really getting money behind the scenes, man, you got billionaires. People don't even know, they see Byron Allen and you think of Byron Allen, and for people who know who that is, you got the thing like the Comics Unleashed, that comes on well, I know up in Kansas City. I haven't seen it since I've been down here, but on the local television stations, late at night, you had Comics Unleashed, with the corny jokes, kind of low budget and everything. But then you had his productions, some of those judge shows that came on local TV, at late at night or early in the morning throughout the day, but low key, Byron Allen owns his own stuff and he's a billionaire. And you never hear him out here, trying to speak on, hating on everybody else. What he does do is he tries to brings it back to the community, and he brings back information, puts you on game, things that he sees as far as the business side of the game, and that's what it is, telling people how to get their own money. He gives you that game too, and like I said, but they don't put a lot of spotlight on, guys like him. They like to bring the hater out, like Cat Williams, guys saying some clown shit like Kanye West, which Kanye, we'll get in more about Kanye. We'll get in more about Kanye, but I don't have a problem with what Kanye just recently said. But like I said, a lot of times it's just stuff for publicity, get the name out there and everything. Get the name out there, and so yeah, Cash just trying to stay hot. But Kevin Hart's the easy guy, the easy guy to go at. He's on top of the comedy game. He's not the funniest guy ever. Me personally, but man, he's out there. He's working hard. He's who the folks got him. They gave him. They giving him the money right now. The white folks, saying the entertainment industry. And he's spreading around, man. He's bringing it back to his people. He's got his cash. He's people he's putting on. Like I said, Lil Rel Howery. I saw his new little pieces of his new sitcom. Tiffany Haddish is out there, going strong. So he's trying to put the guys on. Not everybody can get on, and people got their little teams, that they work with. But man, I've heard a lot of times from a lot of comedians, man. They say Kevin Hart, man, he's a stand-up dude, man. It's always our people, man. They get they know how to get angry, man, when they see one rising up, because it's not that many openings for everybody else, and that's a tactic that's always been used to separate black people. It's always been used, raise one up, and bring that dissension between the rest, the rest of the guys, and have them mad, mad at the player instead of being mad at the fucking game. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna interject real quick.
Yeah.
That's how it was back in the day. Now you see plenty of people on. They say it's the quote unquote black renaissance now for movies and TV shows. It's plenty of room for people now. People are the companies are looking for black entertainers. You know what I'm saying? Because they draw in the urban, I hate saying urban, but the urban community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, when people say that, I'm like, but it's so much room. We talk about Kevin Hart. We still talk about Eddie Murphy. No, not Eddie Murphy. We talk about Tiffany Haddish. We talking about Eddie. What the fuck is that motherfucker's name? He's about to be playing that one legendary comedian that fucking Kevin Hart's always going at. Eddie, he played in Friday. I forgot his goddamn name. But yeah.
Who? That Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart's always going at him because Kevin Hart believes he's always sending shots at him.
Oh, Mike Epps. Yeah, I see, but yeah. You know
what I'm saying? We got plenty of young dudes, plenty of young talent.
Okay, well now I think it's thin. It is thin today. Because a lot of the guys, some of the guys you did name, they're kind of on the. They were good then, but they're not really. You don't see a Mike Epps and a lot of stuff today. Man, outside of the funniest comedians aren't getting a lot of recognition, man. What you're seeing on television now is you're seeing these internet comedians, guys that know how to do, they know how to do. DC Young Fly, he's kind of funny, he knows how to do the roasting, but as far as going up on stage, being able to hold a crowd and tell jokes for a while, that remains to be seen.
Or they be stealing jokes, like Jess Hilarious. She was one of them internet goofy motherfuckers, and
she wasn't even funny. She wasn't even really that funny to me to begin with. Nah,
I try to go after Corey Holcomb, nigga.
People gotta show me some funny stuff because I've seen a million Jess Hilarious clips, man, and just I haven't seen anything funny. It's either some weird shit like today in the. I can't even explain it, man. I'm not even about to embarrass myself on camera trying to act like it's just not. It's not really that funny, you know what I'm saying? It's somebody, scrolling down their timeline, and they high and drunk, looking at some shit, and it may catch them off guard, but have them go on stage and tell jokes consistently. They really don't have the funniest talent out, but they're the cheapest. They're the cheapest talent out, That's what Wild and Out does too. They get some of the cheaper. They're cheaper to pay. Those internet comedians easier to find nowadays. Because they always got their presence online, and you're not gonna see a stand-up special or anything taped on Instagram. They're not even gonna allow that because that's how a lot of jokes and shit gets still stolen. So you're not gonna see stand-up specials. So now a lot of the guys, these are situational type of comedians, not stand-up comedians. It's they may do a little rehearsed skit or something that they restarted and started up again, recorded, and that's not to take away from anything that you're doing, but anything that they're doing, but that's just the nature of the game today. It's always been like that. It's really thin. You really can't. Like you said, you name Mike Epps, but you don't see him in too many movies. Hey, Eddie Murphy, he's a legend, but he's come and went. You don't see him in too many things nowadays. It's really just as far as black comedians, you see Kevin Hart, but I won't even hold it to a racial. I won't even hold it to a racial thing, even though there's a gap. Always a deficit when it comes to. Racial equality, especially even in the entertainment, the business and everything. But you see that, man, the funniest comedians, in all the races, man, the funniest comedians are the ones that aren't getting the recognition. So I think that that brings some frustration sometimes, and it's always easy to point the finger at the top guy, that's doing it. But that's where that saying comes into play, man. Don't hate the player, man. Hate the damn game. Hate the fucking game, man. So y'all gotta, y'all know who y'all gotta pinpoint. Kevin Hart's not the problem. Y'all need to start going at the guys that are, allowing this to happen. Start fighting for these different things. But at the same time, hey. Grind, still get your grind on, but don't shit on the next man, because like I said, Kevin Hart's out here, feeding a lot of people, looking out for a lot of people. Like a lot of guys on the underground circuit, stuff that we don't even see. All we see is new.
That's what happened with Lil Real and I forgot what the other dude's name is. The guy has his like TV shows and he works with SNL and stuff like that. And he brought both of them up. Right.
Yeah, it's the guys on the underground circuit. So yeah, it's Yeah, you don't know what goes on down behind the scenes. All we see is what we see in the news and everything, and not everybody is, coming out talking about, hey, look what I did, or I went here, look who they're not holding the signs saying I'm helping everybody. A lot of stuff is just behind the scenes, and so, but everybody wants to be a commentator or be a play-by-play analyst on, somebody else's fucking life. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, we never know all what's going on.
All right, Ryan, you want to say anything before we move to this next thing? We're about to talk about Kanye West.
Nah.
All right, so Kanye West came onto the SNL stage, and he was complaining about the people in the back bullying him about that MAGA hat. So, Kanye West, my guy, you were 41 years old. You still getting bullied? I understand. It might be a sensitive topic for some people. Like, oh, you shouldn't be saying that bullies happen every day, this and this and that. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna take that away from nobody. But, bro, you 41 years old. You need to start clapping at somebody. You know what I'm saying? Let these people know something. You know what I'm saying? You from Chicago, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Being in the hills made you soft as shit.
He only go after niggas that he only go after niggas that been accused of smashing his wife. That nigga, who he go after? He went after that nigga Drake. He was like, why you ain't say nothing about these rumors, nigga? Talking about they thought that Kiki shit was about him smashing Kim. Nigga in the whole fucking industry that smashed that bride, man. This nigga's in his feelings. Tell him get out his fluffies.
The whole damn NBA and those are the type of females Kanye like, Amber Rose and everything. I wasn't even gonna really. I ain't got nothing else, man, for Kanye, man. He, like I said, he always speaks. He's always out there, ranting. Keeps his name in the news. All the time. A lot of it is nonsense. But I, so I don't really ain't got much for, to elaborate on for Kanye. But what did catch my eye was his, when he brought up the 13th Amendment, that comment. So that's something I was like, okay, so that's something that can be addressed. So, within all the bullshit that Kanye does, he does drop some, he drops something for people to think about. That's one thing that I do like about Kanye. Like I said, a lot of people, man, do shit for,
the nigga, you wear reading glasses, nigga?
Yeah, man.
I just looked at your shit. My nigga look. Mr. Rogers looking ass nigga. You got the strap. Oh, that's your headphone. Oh, I thought you had the little string the librarian bitches be having. That's your headphone, my bad.
Interrupt the goddamn show, nigga.
I'm sorry, bro. It just heavy, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, the motherfucker, this nigga retarded. Hey, this nigga, you threw me the fuck off, man. Try to elaborate, man. Yeah, I got my glasses. Y'all said Brianna.
Kanye's an attention seeker, which is very true.
What's up? Yeah. What's happening, Brianna? Yeah, he's a complete attention seeker, man. But he's right. But he brings up some stuff. If anybody does want to be an attention seeker, I want them to have something thoughtful to talk about. So I don't have a problem, when it's, even if it is all for attention, when you're bringing up a thoughtful, conversation, something to think about, even if it's on, he may be misinformed about certain things, but it begins the conversation about these different things. At least it's not, he's not. It's not about no bullshit. Well, that's something to think about, as far as the he said abolishing the 13th Amendment before, but he clarified that on the, I guess, the little TMC interview or whatever that was. It's talking about amending the 13th Amendment, you know, which basically, I mean, like, I don't know if a lot of people knew this, but you know, it's been there for a while. Slavery is not illegal. Slavery isn't legal unless you're able to be convicted. You know what I'm saying? Unless convicted, you know what I'm saying, and put within the system. And so that's what a lot of these corporations, man, are doing. You know, it's basically you know, paying these guys damn near, you know, 8 cents an hour, or, you know, something, you know, I don't know the exact, you know, numbers, but man, they paying them next to nothing. And, you know, they're multi-million-dollar businesses, man. It's big business. And so, you know, when you're talking about that, I think, you know, there's a fight, you know, that's always going to be there, you know, because everything's a fucking business. Everything is, you know, it's a capitalistic, you know, country. You know, this country's built off fucking capitalism, you know, not giving a fuck about, you know, the lower man, you know what I'm saying, or shit that's going on in your life. Hey, everything's, you know, about a fucking dollar. You know what I'm saying? You go see a goddamn psychiatrist or something like that. Hey, you're gonna have to pay that fucking money. You know what I'm saying? You know, they gonna tell you what you need to hear, but hey, you get charged by the fucking hour. You on the time limit. So, you know, solid. But you know, the prison, you know, prison industrial complex, man, that's always been the business. It's not about rehabilitation or anything. So when you know, factor all of that, you know, and then you see how, man, people get thrown in jail, you know, for just the most pettiest offenses and everything. But you know, it's for a reason. You know, they got to meet their quota. A lot of places, especially places in the South, places like Louisiana, Arizona, you know, they have, you know, real high quotas where they have to keep their prisons 95% full. You know what I'm saying? It has to be that at all times, or else that money's going to come out of the taxpayer. Come out of the taxpayers' pockets, and 9 times out of 10, that's going to be the people at the bottom, people, you know, the lower class or the working class, the people that have to go, you know, to these jobs every day. Meanwhile, the richer are getting tax cuts, you know, all the time. You know, they're getting even better tax cuts now, you know, under Trump. But, you know, you had it going on with Obama bailing out, you know, the international banks and everything, not holding them, putting audits on them and holding responsible for things, you know, as far as, you know, things like getting loans and, you know, other things, etc. So, yeah, man, it's something that's always something to be elaborated on, man, because, yeah, man, there's a lot of different ways and different avenues, you know, ways that we got to fight the system. You know, that's something, yeah. What Kanye spoke on was, you know, he used the wrong words because, you know, Kanye gets the rant and he doesn't even watch what the fuck he's saying, you know, so he's talking about, you know, abolished. And I'm pretty sure he didn't even, you know, like he said, he gets a lot of information from his friend GLC. I'm aware of GLC's part of, you know, Kanye's Chicago crew, you know, Ron Fest, GLC, Consequence with his big ass teeth, and Really Doe and all those guys. Probably some other guys I'm missing, but you know, they were all there between the, you know, the high school dropout, not high school, college dropout days and late registration and all that. So he's got back with them. And those guys are on a lot of game too. They're real conscious of a lot of different things going on in the world, so they're able to, you know, get them out of that element, because, you know, you're not going to get that type of enlightenment amongst, you know, the Hollywood people, you know, because, you know, you're not going to get that type of enlightenment there. So, you know, it's probably a lot of people, you know, putting them on to a lot of different information, and, you know, he gets angry, go out there and rant about it. And yeah, a lot of it is to sell the album, because of course he's got a new album coming out. He put that out there. It's called Yandi or something. Yeah, Yandi or something like that. But, you know, but yeah, I don't have a problem, man, when these guys use the platform and use that space to sell something. If you're going to use it for something, get a conversation started. Just like, you know, the slavery was a choice comment, and I'm not gonna dive too much on in that. Again, I will say this. I just want to say this. We'll clarify again for the slavery is a choice comment, and y'all can chime in, tell me what you think or whatever. But for the original people, for the people that originally had to go through those certain things, yeah, it was a choice. It was a choice. And like I said, I'm not going to elaborate too much on it. It's just a choice, whether they made the wrong choice or, wrong or right choice. They may have made the right choice. Nobody's calling them cowards. And I think a lot of people get that confused. They think you're calling them a coward. Like, no, it was a choice. It was a choice that they had to make. You know what I'm saying? Whether we want to keep the generations going or we want to have us all be wiped out. You know what I'm saying? So not saying it was the wrong choice they made. But for everybody that comes out after that, you can't really say it's a choice. And I had a conversation about that, about some of the things that go on today with an African guy. About some of the things that go on today. They thinking, some of the choices that the youth makes, I won't even say choices, it's some of the decisions, choices. I mean, it is a choice to an extent, but it's what they're born into. When it's all and different things you think it's just the way of life, and a lot of things that we think are just normal are just absolutely toxic. But when you had things that happen to you generationally, you're just born into it. So, it just becomes a cycle after that. And that was the case with slavery. So everything after that, it's not really a choice. It's something that you got to break out of or snap out of. But, it's going to take somebody to, to fight against that and snap the people out of it, because they're born in there. A lot of people thinking, when they're born into slavery, just thinking that's just the way of fucking life. But, for the original people, hey, that it was a choice they made. So I ain't going to elaborate too much more on that. I'm just saying those are some things, Kanye, that we can talk about and have a discussion about, because it's relative to the situation that goes on today, to life in general. It's big. So, but everything else, fuck out of here, Kanye. I know how to differentiate. Get the good shit and cut out the bullshit. Yeah.
Ryan, you got anything?
On this?
You said no.
I think you on mute. You on mute.
You on mute.
Yeah, you gotta unmute yourself.
I ain't gonna dabble in that, man. I done already got into a couple of heated conversations with people who, I'm gonna just say people who ain't really know no better. And some people are kind of stuck and seeing shit a certain way. And there's other people who think outside the box. And it's sad that you have people who are unable to see things from a different perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And some people will go as far as to say he should have reworded it or something like that, which I don't think is necessarily the case. I just think it offended some because they didn't take time to think about what was said when it was said. They just heard it and they reacted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. I'll leave people to their own beliefs. But, I feel it was a choice. Not speaking of speaking in the sense of not saying it like the people that were born into it, but just it initializing out the gate. You know what I'm saying? You have the opportunity to say, nah, this shit ain't right.
Yeah.
You gonna have to, what I'm saying? We gonna have to fight for this shit. You know what I'm saying? This shit can't be right.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take away from, the ignorance of others who may not have felt that feeling. It's just, if it wasn't a choice, there would be no free applicants. There wouldn't be, everybody would have been gone. You know what I'm saying? Everybody would have been like, fuck that shit. But you have those that fought. You have those that were subjected to, those Europeans coming over and, they didn't know shit about that until after the fact or, whatever. But I don't know. If it's me, And I got a feeling that this shit ain't right, nigga. We gonna have a fucking misunderstanding. And you gonna have to take me out the motherfucking game, nigga. I don't give a fuck what Bucci Baki doing over there or Missy Moppy doing over there, nigga. We got a fucking misunderstanding. Nigga, this my crib. I ain't trying to fuck with y'all like that. I don't even know you, nigga.
Want people to always know that being able to die, being ready to die is a power that gets held against, I know people, we get one life here, there's a lot of questions that get asked, within the afterlife. There's a lot, to be learned about this life that we're in. So that's where we got to take time to do that study, and so we can have, assurance and strength, because there's more to life. There's more to life out here. But you got to be able to fight, for the youth. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I can't say what I would do back in the day, or whether I would have, would have been like, fuck that, kill me or something. But at the same time, you got to recognize that being willing to die and the ability to die can be used as a weapon. And once people realize that, man, especially our black folks, man, too, man. Hey, that's one thing. They want you to be afraid to die. They want you, have you, neutered, have you, watered down to where, scared, you don't want to lose, you don't. It's one thing, you don't want to leave your family, and that's understandable. But like I said, you got to fight for the future, not only your family, but your descendants. But you got a lot of people that's more than that factors into them. The way of living, they, the monetary gains they may have, the fun that they have in life, and that's understandable. But like I said, those type of things are used as a weapon against us. The comfortable, the different things that make us comfortable in life. Those are the things. Comfortability and complacency is used as a weapon against people to control them. So once y'all figure that out, that's when you're gonna see the real side of that devil rear that ugly head. But until then, they got people where they want them.
All right, so before we get on here and get to one of our damn, I forgot what it's called. But before we get it off your chest, anything good, bad, or indifferent. Did you guys listen to the Lil Wayne album, the new Lil Wayne album, the Carter 5?
I didn't listen to that shit, but I heard it was trash. And then I heard 1 out of 100 niggas say it was real rap. So that further makes me believe that it probably was trash.
Don't nobody know what real rap is nowadays. No, Wayne, man, Weezy, I listened to some of it. I fell off of Wayne, man, around I think his last good album to me, that personally for me was the Like Father, Like Son. He was able to, rap, and keep that still, that rapping, that talent, that mobility that he shows, the wordplay and everything, but still also talk about get real deep on subjects, kind of nowadays. And, not to say that he didn't go in, but, kind of nowadays it's just more just straight rapping, rhyming words, saying a lot of metaphors and stuff. But no, he was as far as his rapping, man, he was on top of his game, on this album. It's just, the songs in particular, man, I think it was sequenced wrong. It was a long album, 23 fucking songs. Probably should have cut that into double disc or something.
It sound like a fucking mixtape.
Yeah, man, it was a mixtape. Songs were just thrown together. As far as sequencing. Like I said, started sounding kind of monotonous to me, man. Like I said, I got a different ear. These kids around that wind blowing. You out there in the park, nigga. The sound is started sounding a little monotonous, at times,
the hoes ain't lying.
started hearing Yeah, man, and start hearing the same type of flow over and over again. It's not really wasn't changing it up, outside of you really a couple times. And so, to have that type going on within a 23 song album, you got to be able to keep a lot of variety and different songs to keep the listener. But like I said, that's just for me personally. A lot of people liked it. They like a lot of different stuff this day that I just can't get with people even people my fucking age. You know what I'm saying? I just like a whole different era and a whole different type of rap, man. You know what I'm saying? Coming from, as far as coming from whether it's East Coast, West Coast, down South, Midwest. Those guys from my era, they were just kicking it a different way. Even Weezy was kicking it different back then. But it brings in the question for me personally. It brings in that question in was Gilly the Kid really writing this shit? You know what I'm saying? When he was at what I personally view as his peak. You know what I'm saying? With the Carter 1 and Carter 2 albums, that was his peak to me. But a lot of people will say Carter 3 is. That's where I think he started to fall off and started just doing that metaphorical rapping, talking a lot of making just a bunch of rapping about really nothing, just talking about nothing. Yeah, man. Yeah, dog.
Yeah, man. I heard a little bit of it. I heard the second song. No, I guess it would be the first song because the first track was the intro. Cry with featuring XXX Tentacion. That was
yeah.
Hey, y'all, I'm gonna get off of here. My phone about to die.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, y'all, let's stay up. Black love. Stay away from the white bitches.
Speaking of, you gonna be here Thursday?
Yeah, I'll be around.
All right, cool. I'll hit you up.
All right, y'all.
All right, my nigga, I'm gonna let you, bro.
All right.
Yo.
All right, yeah. I mean, Don't Cry was good. Don't Cry was cool. What else? The one with Mona Lisa one, the one with Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar white Lil Wayne all up and down that song. That Kendrick Lamar, like we talk about student and a teacher. Hey, Kendrick had that song all the way.
Yeah, he showed the lyrical gap between them. Lil Wayne, like I said, Lil Wayne's legendary as far as lyrics, but as far as being able to put that consistent subject matter within a verse and keep going, he can't do it like Kendrick. He can't do it like Kendrick. But kind of, with songs like that, I listen to it. And I think a lot of problems, like I said, this is just my personal thoughts. A lot of the songs today, they go into these long, like the song changing up. It was a creative song, but I think we got a lot of times today. If the right word I'm looking for is these songs today get too creative. They try to be too overly creative instead of just spitting that shit, man. Just spitting that hard shit, make a hard hook, something that'll hit, like, what I'm saying? They try to get a little bit too creative, what I'm saying? But like I said, I got to listen to the album again. From what I heard on that first listen, especially from that Mona Lisa, it was a dope song, but it went on a little too damn long and had a little bit too much production and, different stuff all in. It's like sometimes you just want a straight up song, what I'm saying? Especially with a collaboration like Lil Wayne and Kendrick Lamar. Yeah. But I have to go take another listen, though. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's hard to really grasp different shit with just one listen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, it was. How am I trying to say this? It was good, but it's something like I've never heard like Lil Wayne do, like trying to tell a story. I've never really heard that from Wayne, and like that was something new to me. So I was like, okay, I like it. I fuck with it. And the third song on there, Discredit, that was cool. I thought that was cool. He was literally mentioning everything that everybody does now is what he originated. The face tattoos, the lean, with bitches. You know what I'm saying?
He's the father of these niggas.
Literally. And that brought up a question with me. And I was like, can we name the forefathers of rap? That the people, let's not say forefathers, let's say the people that created the generation before them, and it would have to be Lil Wayne would be one of them. I know Chief Keef would definitely be one of them because he started this Chicago drill rap.
You talking about forefathers of history, or just the guys today?
The guys today. The guys today.
The guy that we see in the spotlight today. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Drill rap.
Oh hell yeah. Chicago.
You said what?
Chicago in general. Chicago in fucking general has one of the biggest influences on the game today. Yeah.
I would honestly say I would toss. I don't know. I'd definitely toss Jay-Z in there. Jay would have to be in there for me. Now, if you have a completely different view, go ahead and shoot it to us real quick. You know what I'm saying? While we're on air, I'll read it off. But I would say Jay-Z because Jay-Z made niggas stop wearing Timbs. He made niggas stop wearing jerseys. You know what I'm saying? He was talking about we don't fuck with that backpack rap shit no more, and niggas stop fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? They got their little suit and ties on and shit like that. Was looking all spiffy. You know what I'm saying? For bitches. But who else? Who else I could say changed? Would I be wrong by saying Biggie? Because Biggie was before Jay.
So you going off history, historically, just throughout. Oh man, if you want to go off historically and if you want to go off historically, man, shit, man, you got guys, man, going back. It's so many guys. You can't just have like what they say a Mount Rushmore or something like that, man. You got guys like starting from Kool Moe Dee, from NWA, the Wu-Tang Clan that brought the group element within. Biggie, Tupac, Nas. Man, there's so many different guys. Nori had a impact. Nori's one of the ones that brought the Neptunes into the game. Got guys like UGK. Outkast had a big impact on the game. Talking as far as influencing generations and after influencing the people, after that, keep elevating the game. Diddy, I mean, list goes on and on. 50 Cent had a huge impact when he jumped in the game. He changed the game big time. Lil Wayne, Drake. I mean, there's so many names as you go along. Chief Keef as a part, not necessarily strictly Chief Keef, but Chief Keef leading that whole Chicago charge. The Chicago drill, that whole drill movement, that has a whole lasting impression around the whole entire damn country. There's a lot of towns, man. You got places, damn near hick towns, you know what I'm saying? But their music sounded like the drill rap now. You saw that all around the nation. So I can't really just, limit it down to a Rushmore. There's so many different people. Eric B and Rakim, KRS-One. Man, there's a lot of guys, that we may forget about. We may forget about from Big L. The list goes on and on. Man. There's a lot of them out there. But as far as this typical generation today, yeah, man, it'd have to be Lil Wayne's the main one. Even so for the good and the bad. You know what I'm saying? So, them pill popping, drugged out niggas and shit like that. Lil Wayne's the father of that too.
Mm-hmm. Even though you probably don't want to admit it. Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Niggas that people say they can't stand, pill pop, drugged out, and talking about Lil Xan and all that, whoever the Lil Xanax and Little Percocet and all those guys. Hey, those are Lil Wayne. Those are Lil Wayne's offspring. So.
Lil Uzi Vert, Young Thug. Oh, all right. So yeah, let's while we speaking on Lil Wayne. So allegedly, Birdman and Young Thug are set up allegedly set up Lil Wayne to get shot, and this was about 4 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Because his tour bus got shot up. Something just now surfacing was a phone call from Birdman calling the alleged shooter, and I guess Birdman told him when he comes home, come collect this money. Da 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 da. It was I forgot what the exact words he proved was like. It's a learning lesson pretty much. And then people were saying that it was the setup that Birdman and Baby and Young Thug was setting Lil Wayne up to get murdered. So, what is your thoughts on that?
No, I ain't got nigga shit. Low grade nigga shit. That's all.
All right. So I mean, it was alluded to back in the day, so I don't even know for real. For real, I'm not gonna say yay. I ain't gonna say nay, but it has been rumored to where that Baby was, if Lil Wayne wasn't gonna sign back with Young Money, something was gonna happen. So that was rumored back like 4 or 5 years ago. That was rumored. So I'm just saying what I heard off of some YouTube sources. That's right, y'all. I went to YouTube.
Yeah, what?
You said what?
Yeah, that whole story is gonna go into my get it off your chest. My get it off your chest ain't gonna be that long. It's just gonna be quick and direct. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna go into that though.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So what was I say? Oh, so your boy Lil Boosie badass. Shout out to Boosie, man. Boosie out here making moves. You know what I'm saying? He making moves for the future. You feel me? So Boosie badass. This is the funniest shit in the world. He is sponsoring a young little white rapper named Lil Blurry. So, what is your thoughts on Boosie badass and his new artist Lil Blurry? I think I'm saying it right.
No.
He was like, "Yeah, nigga, please."
I was just kind of, I looked around on some of it. I saw some of, sounds like everything else. Got a little 12-year-old or whatever the hell, 13-year-old talking about, sipping lean and shit like that. Like I said, man, the rap has been so dumbed down because the people who are the players in the game, they're not controlling it. You got other cultures controlling the game, trying to tell you what's hot and everything. So now you got where any suburban kid or whatever, man, any kid from anywhere ain't been through nothing, they can basically mimic the same shit that these rappers is talking about, because a lot of these rappers ain't talking about a goddamn thing. So you got these little got the little Catch Me Outside girl. I seen a little Chinese girl. I don't know her name, but it start off young. It start off young too, man. The game's just been dumbed down. So I don't know what it is with Boosie. I guess Boosie trying to get his little check out the game. You know what I'm saying? Get him some money. And that's not to knock Boosie. I mean, Boosie got Boosie signed his kids, so he got a little movement or whatever going on. He tried to put the youth on. Who knows what it is, but as far as, but this is the one, especially the white rappers, they're always the one that gets the attention, because I mean, how many times have we seen this? I mean, y'all still getting surprised. Y'all see a white rapper rapping about crazy shit, what I'm saying, rapping about some crazy shit, and it's still like a novelty act type of thing. Like, ooh, wow, like, look at this white boy, he's rapping about this or doing this. Like, people still getting excited or shocked by that. I mean, I thought it was over with. I thought we already had that with Slim Jesus and all that, but I mean, it's now the new norm. You know what I'm saying? People just talking about ain't talking about shit, man. It's like, little pumps and all that shit, man. I don't know, man. I ain't got nothing for it, man. I ain't got nothing.
All right, so
whatever.
All right. So I mean, shout out to Lil Blurry, I guess, and shout out to Boosie for, I guess, quote unquote, seeing the future. He said he's the next Justin Bieber, so I don't know that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's what Boosie said. All right, so now let's get it off your chest. Good, bad, or indifferent is one of our segments that we usually do. Ryan had to leave. We was gonna actually probably do another segment, probably ignorantisms or something like that. But until the boy Ryan's back on, you know what I'm saying? We'll take care of that. So get it off your chest. Good, bad, or indifferent, or do you have an Imp's take? Either way, we can do either one or both.
No, same. It's all relative. Just quick thing, man. Hey, black folks, black men, black women. Y'all both got different ways that y'all do it, but stop being fucking crabs to each other. Stop being crabs to each other. Just that simple. I said, and stop being crabs, and that's where a lot of education and different things come into play. I heard somebody had a discussion with a person, and it's a common thing that gets said nowadays to stop focusing on the past and different things. Stop living in the past and let's focus on moving on. But the thing is, the majority of motherfuckers don't even understand the past. They think they know what's going on, or they getting their little YouTube or Facebook information, but they haven't done no real studying, and they don't understand the different effects of the past and different methods that were employed to keep the black race down. So they don't even have a full understanding of the past. A lot of people that are out here screaming racism don't even understand what the fuck is racism is. They think racism is being called a nigger or something. They don't understand. It's much more deeper than that. So you have to understand the past to move forward, in the present, and both things can be done at the same time. But when you have a higher understanding of that, the hate will go down. The hate will go down. Is what we're talking about with Cat Williams and everything else, and Birdman, trying to kill Lil Wayne and all this shit. They came up together. Just this whole bunch of low grade bullshit, man. Stop being a fucking crab, man. If it ain't, and if it ain't productive about, trying to see, the next man eat, man, your mouth shouldn't even be fucking open. You know what I'm saying? And if you get in a position to be able to help your people, help them. Don't be a fucking lapdog, because what a lot of places in the industry, whether it's in the industry or on your job, you know what I'm saying? You see a lot of people, they use black people at times to because they know they have black people don't show fear, and they know how to handle their own people, so to say, they understand their own people, whereas, you may have a white or even Hispanic at times, and they don't know, they don't have necessarily the voice to, go after, the other blacks, what I'm saying, the employees and different things. So now you got to understand when you're being used, and, that right there is a way of that crab in the bucket mentality. You go out there like, yeah, I'm gonna handle these niggas. I know how to handle them. You look out there looking like Steven, you know what I'm saying? Looking like Steven from fucking Django and shit like that. Like, nah, man, y'all that goes for men and women. You know what I'm saying? I gotta say that, because a lot of times men get to take the flack, and we tend to excuse the women, but it's a lot of crab mentality going on with the women right now that's not being addressed. I'm talking about amongst each other, women just shitting on the next woman, you know what I'm saying, constantly. We have to stop that shit, man. We have to stop that shit. Let's come together. Like I said, if it ain't productive, keep your fucking mouth shut. Keep your fucking mouth shut. Don't want to hear it. And for everybody else that's dealing with different things like that, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that, don't let that shit bring you down. Just understand that these people that the world is lost, and the people that you're dealing with are lost at times. You know what I'm saying? Get a broader understanding of that, and you'll be able to move on. And got to shrug that shit on and keep it pushing, because there's a lot of people out here depending on you. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody derail what you got going on. It's just a lot of people, not just black people all around the world, are just in a lost state. Things, like I said, things that they think are normal, just absolutely poisonous. But hey, the place you born, hey, the place you're born at, 99% of the time, hey, that's your real parents, that's your real mama and daddy. You know what I'm saying? America is my mama and daddy. America is your mama and daddy. Hey, this is all we fucking know. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we gotta, in the meantime, while moving forward, be able to understand what's happened behind us too, to understand how we even got to this fucking point. Because there was life going on before I was born in 1988, and civilization's been here for millions of fucking years. So a lot going on way before my measly. I can't even say measly, because I mean 30 years out of a fucking a million, it's not even a fucking blip on the fucking radar, which is what we talk about with racism and different things. I mean, it's just, it still goes on today, but like the blatant racism, the Jim Crow, we're barely 50 years removed from that. That's not wrong at all. People need to understand. Talking about that was long ago, motherfucker, that was 50 years ago. It's not fucking long. A lot of their ancestors are still living. People that lived had to endure that shit, man. So, man, we just gotta have like I said, challenge the status quo. Challenge the status quo, and hey, don't be afraid to shock the motherfucking place. You know what I'm saying? Bring a system shock to people, because even if you'll be hated, you got to give the people what they need. Fuck what you want. You know what I'm saying? We're not babies no more, and that's what capitalism plays on. You know what I'm saying? That those different desires that people have as children, and as you see, a lot of people aren't growing up. You know what I'm saying? We think we know, but just because we're older now, we can be considered a man or a woman. You know what I'm saying? When spiritually and mentally, we're not. You know what I'm saying? We're still that same 5 or 6 year old. Just now we're grown. You know what I'm saying? Now we're grown and have other shit added on to that. But you haven't really, grown until your mind has. You know what I'm saying? Made that transformation. So let's stop the crab in the barrel mentality. Let's get it together. If it ain't productive, keep your fucking mouth shut. You know what I'm saying? That's simple. Yeah.
All right. I preach, man. I can't. There's nothing but, you ain't say nothing but
Cat Williams.
Yeah. Man. All right. So, I ain't got nothing bad. All I got is good. First and foremost, shout out to everybody that's been paying attention and Facebook Live, you know what I'm saying? Mixer last week, I apologize. Mixer was down for a day or so that's why we couldn't post to Mixer. But the Facebook has been looking good. Yeah, make sure you guys interact with the Facebook page, Grit Sports Media page. And just to let you guys know, a little teaser. I don't know if everybody's been aware of little podcast things that's been happening over the last couple of weeks, well, like the last week. But this old podcast, it's a podcast that it's called Guys We Fucked. And they had said something. They had said something like, I guess, they said something 4 years ago, and it just resurfaced, and people are talking about it now. When I heard it, it was hilarious. But I'm gonna make sure I save that for Thursday's episode, because let's just say it's very, very good, and I want to get everybody's opinion on it. You know what I'm saying? So sports might be a little a little short, maybe, possibly, because this is 2 videos that I have. It's the guys we fucked, and it's another clip from a white girl talking about black women. Hey, don't shoot the messenger. Just know the comments and stuff might be going crazy on Facebook, Mixer, and everything else. So just be prepared for Thursday. So remember, every Tuesday and Thursday at 9:00 p.m. we go live on Facebook, Mixer, YouTube. So shout out to all those, and you'll be able to get the audio the next day, maybe in the early in the morning or late in the afternoon. So just between that time frame, you'll get the audio for the next day or the next work day, and then Thursday it'll be the same thing. So, or that same night. So either way it goes, thank you for all your support, all your love. Hey man, it's cuffing season. Make sure y'all get y'all a little boot thing. You know what I'm saying? Get boot up for the winter because it might get cold. And if you're married, shout out to y'all. If you're single, shout out to you too. Yeah, boy, it's your boy Randy Anderson with another episode of the Average Guy Podcast on the Average Guy Studios, man. And I'm out. Peace. Oh, like usual, let me just make sure you guys go ahead and follow the Facebook page, the Average Guy Podcast, the Facebook page, Grit Sports Media. We handle all your grits, all your sports needs. I need you guys to make sure you guys go hit that subscribe button on all of those platforms, including sound or like us on iTunes. You know what I'm saying? The Average Guy Podcast. Rate us on iTunes. Rate us on YouTube, on Facebook. The YouTube is the Average Guy Podcast. If you listen to us on Mixer, the Average Guy Podcast on Mixer. Go ahead, tell a friend, man. I love every last one of y'all, all my average guys and average girls out there. I'm telling y'all, it's been tough for like a couple days, but I'm still putting out the content. I love you guys. More content will be coming soon. Yeah, man, for all of our platforms, man. Just know we coming with the shits. So on that note, this is episode 80, baby. And we out, man. Peace. Oh yeah, one more thing. If you have any listener letters that you want to send to us, that you want us to read on the podcast, or if you have any of those, make sure you send them to this Facebook page, and we'll go through them. I'll go through them. We'll click them, pick them, and then we'll read them on the next episode. And then just let you guys know a little something else that might be happening. I will be getting a phone line. I'll be hooking up one of my phone lines so you guys will be able to call, and we can probably interact. We can interact during subjects. So with all that being said, this is episode 80 of the Average Guy Podcast on the Average Guy Studios. And thank you to all the average guys and girls out there. Make sure you like, subscribe, tell a friend, man. And we are out. Peace. I love y'all.